He has spoken. Jamie Foxx denies the actual assault accusations. Apparently a frivolous lawsuit, he says. Bearing in mind, this is one of many Hollywood stars, or just stars in general. Axl Rose has had one. There's a lot of people that have had these claims suddenly come through all at the same time. Interesting. I mean, we know why. Because it's people being opportunistic. Now, the hilarious thing about this is this has been dismissed before. So, when I said press X to doubt in the last video, I don't believe this. I really don't believe this now. Because this has been dismissed before. Which is absolutely hilarious. So, this is someone just going at it again. Absolutely insane. So, what's the update? Well, Jamie Foxx has finally hit back at the lawsuit filed Wednesday in New York. This is apparently the same new law, statute, whatever it is, that they brought in to try and get Trump. And a bunch of other people have gone, I can use that. Interesting. But anyway, he was accused of sexual assault that allegedly happened in 2015. So he responded by ways. It is his response, but via his attorneys. And says the alleged incident never happened. In 2020, this individual filed a nearly identical lawsuit in Brooklyn. That case was dismissed shortly thereafter. The claims are no more viable today than they were then. We are confident they will be dismissed again. And I like this part. And once they are, Mr. Foxx intends to pursue a claim for malicious prosecution against this person and her attorneys for refiling this frivolous action. Honestly, if it gets dismissed, I think he's innocent. But if he is innocent, it gets dismissed. I hope he absolutely ruins this woman. I hope she's so financially destitute she never sees the light of the sun again. I genuinely believe that. I think people that do this, especially because they can claim anonymity. She's just known as Jane Doe. Fucking scumbag. I hope she gets absolutely torn apart. I hope she never works a day in her life ever again. Because I know it's harsh, but I'm talking about very, very specific cases of people lying through their teeth in an opportunistic fashion to try to get money. And I think people that do that in an attempt to ruin another person's life need to be utterly destroyed. I think you need to go scorched earth on these motherfuckers. 100%. So in the lawsuit, the 55-year-old Oscar winner, real name Eric Marlon Bishop, has been accused of placing his hands on an unidentified woman's waist, then moving them under her top. He then allegedly began rubbing the plaintiff's breasts, dragging her to a secluded area of the rooftop at Catch, New York City and Roof, where he then touched other areas of her body. Apparently, this is a woman with trousers on. Guys, you can all confirm or deny. It is very difficult to get your hand down a woman's pants because, my God, they wear some tight pants. All right, very, very tight pants. Apparently, he was also then accused. Not only did he put his hands down her pants. Not only did he put his hands down her pants, he touched her bumhole. From where? Front and back, vagine and bumhole. How? And he acted like nothing. Acted like nothing happened. He's like, yeah, don't worry about my brown finger, mate. What an absolute joke. So this is the thing that says the case was filed under New York's Adult Survivors Act, which provides a 1-year window for sexual assault plaintiffs to file civil claims, regardless of the statute of limitations. That window closed on Thursday, and has led to a flurry of lawsuits claiming sexual assaults. And there's been a lot of them. He is just one of many, and I do mean many. There's been a lot, a hell of a lot of them, and all people in the public eye. So here's the court documents here. Absolutely hilarious. So let's have a look at this. Again, Jane Doe. You are hereby summoned to answer the complaint in this action and to serve a copy of your answer, or if the complaint is not served with the summons, to serve a notice of appearance on plaintiff's attorneys within 20 days after the services of this summons, exclusive of the day of service, where service is made by delivery upon you personally within the state, blah, 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 blah. So what is it? Again, this is just all the plaintiffs named. And here's the situation. So, parties, etc. On or about 26/2015, defendant Eric Marlon Bishop, aka Jamie Foxx, was at a restaurant at the Rooftop Lounge and Bar located at 21 9th Avenue, New York. Blah, blah, blah. So, organised existed, etc., etc. So, that's where it was. I've got to scroll down, sorry. Scroll it down. So, here we go. I've got to scroll down again. This is a big nonsense thing. Right, so here we go. Despite them being the only two remaining in the area... Oh, no, sorry. I get above a bit. So the defendant's actions described herein all occurred when plaintiff was over the age of 18 years old. So they're not trying to go for that. At approximately 11 p.m, plaintiff and a friend arrived at the place for the purpose of getting seats at the Rooftop Lounge bar. Upon being seated, plaintiff noticed the defendant, Mark Birnbaum, was seated one table away having drinks with Jamie Foxx. Not long after being seated, plaintiff and her friend observed a large crowd growing around defendants and Fox's table, blah, blah, blah. As a result, defendants, blah, 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 began moving the crowd of patrons away, including nearly all of the patrons seated at tables near. Despite them being the only two remaining in the area, plaintiff and her friend were never asked to move from their tables located beside them. At some point, near approximately 1 a.m., after many patrons had left the area, plaintiff's friend stood up from the table, walked over to Foxx, and asked if he would take a picture with her. So Foxx stated, "Sure, baby, anything for you," and walked to plaintiff's table. So several photographs were taken. While taking photographs, plaintiff observed that Foxx seemed intoxicated at one point. I wonder if they do actually have photographs, by the way. You'd think that they would, wouldn't you? Foxx roughly grabbed plaintiff's phone out of her hand and took additional photographs. Well, you could prove that with photos, couldn't you? Because it would be his hand. Foxx then made several comments to plaintiff, including, "Wow, you have that supermodel body. You smell so good. You look like Nikki." When plaintiff asked who's Nikki, he replied Gabriel Union. Foxx proceeded to grab plaintiff by her arm and pulled her to the back area of the rooftop. I mean, at that point, surely you'd be like, whoa, stop. Just at that point, you'd be like, stop. Once in a more secluded area, Foxx placed both of his hands on plaintiff's waist, moved them up under plaintiff's crop top, and began rubbing her tartars. Plaintiff was caught off guard. Surely you'd be caught off guard at this point, being pulled to the area of a rooftop, right? You'd be caught off guard at that point, wouldn't you? Anyway, caught off guard and attempted to step away from Foxx. Plaintiff noticed defendant John Doe, security guard, blah, 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 some distance away, who knew what was happening but walked further away. Foxx proceeded to slide his hands into plaintiff's pants and put his fingers on and in plaintiff's vagina and anus. Really? Literally, as this was happening, as his hands were in that woman's butthole, plaintiff's friend walked over looking for plaintiff. Foxx stopped touching plaintiff's butthole and walked over to where defendant John Doe, a security guard, was standing. Really? Really? I'm going to press exit out on that, like I said. Women's pants are very tight, okay? They are very tight. You women don't wear loose pants. You just don't. So, yeah. And so she's like, well, you know, I had to undergo medical treatment and advice because apparently her bum was sore. Plaintiff was injured, lame and disabled, was caused to undergo medical treatment and advice, was unable to pursue her usual regular activities, was caused to undergo great conscious pain and suffering, continues to undergo such, and will permanently be affected by the injuries and emotional distress she incurred of having a bumhole played with, apparently. This is such nonsense. Really, really, she's got PTSD apparently as well. But she's filed this already, before, in 2020, and it's been, yeah, it was chucked out. So, isn't this funny, guys? What do you think? I personally think it's absolute nonsense, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. So, anyway, cheers, guys. Leave your thoughts down below. Take care. Bye-bye now.